Disclaimer: do not use LinkedIn only when you are in urgent need of a job. You just might not get what you want. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Okoro, and on this channel I talk about faith, lifestyle, communication, and every other topic that I feel is going to be useful to you on this journey of life. Now, if you feel like subscribing to my channel, please do well to subscribe. But right now, in this video, now, we're going to talk about practical ways on how to get jobs through LinkedIn. Now, if you want to understand how to get jobs through LinkedIn, please do well to watch until the end of this video. Do not skip any parts, because I guess if you skip any part, you just miss the juice. And yeah, I added like practical, I added evidences, right? So I got messages on LinkedIn from recruiters, and then I had to put that here too. So just watch until the end and I'll give you like juicy tips. Okay, let's get started. The first thing you need to do is to set up a LinkedIn profile. Now, I know that sounds cliche because everybody's like, set up a LinkedIn profile, but that's the truth. You got to set up a LinkedIn profile because that's the attraction. That's what will get people to notice you, to notice your skill set, your experiences, and to be able to judge if you are capable of delivering on the role. Now, lest I forget, if you don't know what LinkedIn is about, LinkedIn is a top professional platform or site with millions of users around the world. It's more like, in quotes, your online CV, right? So that's what I'm talking about, how to get jobs through LinkedIn. Now, I already said that you should set up a LinkedIn profile, get a professional profile picture, right? Have a great headline, remove all those enthusiastic HR professional or aspiring HR professional. It doesn't make you look good, it doesn't make you look professional. So remove that thing from your headline and say something that is like really great or that can capture people to check your profile. The next thing on setting up your profile is to have a great summary. You see that box after the headline where you talk about what you do, but just in summary, what you have achieved, but summary, not so long so it doesn't bore people, right? And then on having a great profile, there are a couple of things that can make up a great profile, right? I have said setting up your profile picture, professional, setting up a great headline, right? Setting up, putting a great summary, and then you can also like write your experiences, right? Where have you worked, right? Make it up to date. You have worked from this time to this time in what organization? What did you do in those organizations? What did you achieve? There's a description box under every role that you've actually like done, so you can have that description box explain your achievement and everything. Then when you're done with your experiences, you can actually like list your skill sets. What are your skill sets? What are those skill sets that you have gathered or that you have gained from the roles that you have done, and how do you think they're going to be like beneficial to another organization, right? Then you can also ask for recommendations, right? Where are the places that you've worked? Can you ask your boss to write a recommendation, a great recommendation for you, right? Can you ask like people that you've worked with to endorse you for particular skill set? When you have all of those things on your profile, it makes you look good. It makes your profile look professional, and it makes recruiters want to actually check your profile. Now, I did my research before this video, and I saw a report that says 87% of recruiters actually use LinkedIn to search for candidates. Amazing, right? So if you're not on LinkedIn, you're actually dulling. Now, just in summary, before I go to the next point, set up your LinkedIn profile and let it reflect your skills, your interests, your industry, your achievements, and just let it reflect everything about you, but professionally. Okay, now the second thing you need to do is to post. You can't just have like a great LinkedIn profile and then you will not post. And I don't mean it's a must for you to post, but it's also necessary for you to post, because that way you tend to build recognition and credibility. So people get to see you out there. They get to see that you are kind of accessible, right? You share your knowledge, industry knowledge, share your achievements. Say you work in the fintech industry, right? You want to write about things in the industry, like let's say there is a particular thing that has happened and you want to share your perspective. You can put that out there, right? Then you can also write about just educative things beyond your industry. You can write about your achievements, right? Maybe on your job role you did a particular task that led to a great result. You want to talk about that, right? Maybe you've just finished your masters, or you just finished an online course, or you just finished something that you think is of value to you and will be of value to another recruiter. You can put it out there, just post about your achievement, post about your industry, post about your experiences, right? Just post about all of these things, where you've worked, what did you learn, how you went to an event, who did you meet, what result came out of that event. Just use storytelling to build your profile. Now I'm going to attach this is the first proof I'm going to attach, but I'm going to attach something here, so you're going to see where someone reached out to me and said that, oh, she's been seeing my profile and she thinks that I'm doing amazing well. Now that person offered me a job, so you'll just find it here, right? So post. For some people, they don't want to post, and it's okay, because you don't want to post, you have a great profile. But I think to put yourself to make yourself really visible, because when someone likes or comments on your post, right, there's a possibility that even people that are not in your network or on your connection list will get to see that post, and that way you're building credibility and people are getting to know you, and that's amazing, right? Now just before I round up this second point, please don't post motivational posts on LinkedIn. Like, gone are the days where you post motivational posts on how you saw a dog, the dog was dying, then you gave the dog meal and you missed your interview and you got home, and all those stories. Like, people are wiser now. Those stories do not work. Even if you want to get motivational, come from a professional angle. Let it be that it's something that you've done or something that really would make sense, not just because you're trying to motivate and get likes, comments and shares and all of that. It doesn't work. That's not what's going to get you a job on LinkedIn. In fact, if I have to be very sincere with you, I would say share a lot on your achievements and industry knowledge. Now, the third point on how to get jobs through LinkedIn is to give expert comments. Now, that is a very, very good strategy, because when you comment on very specific or niche topics, like maybe someone has posted something in your industry or posted something and then asking for comments or asking what people think about this particular ongoing situation or something, and you give your comment, right? That way even people who are not on your connection can see your comments, right? And don't forget, on LinkedIn, they're not like, recruiters are not the only ones who can get you jobs. Other people can get you jobs. There are CEOs and founders and co-founders and MDs on LinkedIn. They're employees on LinkedIn who can connect you to the HR that will get you a job. So giving expert comments on other people's posts, relevant posts, not motivational posts, relevant industry posts, can give you a job, can land you a job, because someone can see your comments and feel like, oh, this is actually an interesting perspective, let me check this profile. And they check the profile and see that the profile is up to date, and the person like, oh great, I can just reach out to this person. And it's great. That used to be like one of my earliest strategies when I started on LinkedIn. And I know someone who got a job on LinkedIn just by giving expert comments on people's posts. Now, the fourth thing you want to do to land a job on LinkedIn is to connect. Now, you want to connect with recruiters. Connect with recruiters, connect with CEOs, connect with people that are relevant in your industry, right? If you work in the fintech industry, you want to connect with people who are relevant in that industry. You want to connect with CEOs in that industry. You want to connect with recruiters, right? Maybe not in the industry, but generally, right? Because you don't know who their clients are. But that is if you're very specific on a particular industry. But if you don't mind and you want to work in just any industry, you can connect with all of these people still, but your strategy just has to be different. Now when you connect with these people, you just don't stop there, right? And that's why I said disclaimer, you do not use LinkedIn only when you're in urgent need of a job, because you may not get what you want, right? So when you connect with these people, you want to be able to send them a message, like tell them before you connect to them, maybe you send a message, oh hello, I'd love to connect with you and all of that. Or say then when you connect with them, or when they've accepted your request, you can tell them, oh, I checked your profile, looks great, looks lovely, I love your experience in this field and blah blah blah. You just try to get familiar. Now in quotes, not every person is going to respond, but don't get hot, some people will still respond, right? So you want to connect. Don't just connect to anybody, connect to people that are relevant to your industry and relevant to the goal that you want to achieve, right? Now the next thing I would say is to use the LinkedIn jobs section. Now LinkedIn has like a job section where you can search for jobs. You can even use keywords and you can narrow it down to your location. If you're in Lagos, you can narrow, say you are looking for digital marketing roles, you can narrow it down to Lagos, Nigeria. If you're looking for digital marketing roles in Kenya, you can check Kenya. You can narrow it down to Nairobi. You can do like LinkedIn job search button is actually really great. And then you can also subscribe to LinkedIn job alert. That also helps you get job opportunities right in your email, and then you can see the ones you want to apply for and the ones you don't want to apply for. Now some of these roles have a button that is called easy apply. I have actually got a role last year, right, in an organization by using the easy apply to apply for a role. I got the job, like seriously, I didn't just take the job, but I got the job. I'm serious. So you can use that to your advantage, right? And again, it boils down to your profile. Like I said, make sure you have a great profile, because you cannot just use the LinkedIn job button, apply button, and your profile looks wacky. Like no recruiter is really going to be interested in your profile, you know. So make sure you pimp it up using the tips that I've just given you. Now I would also say that in connecting with people and that whole relevance that I mentioned, I feel like you can connect with people in a particular company that you are interested in working with. So if you have, say you, for example, you want to work at BCG, right? You can use LinkedIn to search for people at BCG Nigeria, and then you see a list and you can connect with these people and even send them a message when they accept your request. Ask them about the work culture, ask them about how to get a job in BCG, you know. Even when you get a job with an organization, you can use LinkedIn to do your research. Like you just don't get a job and next thing, boom, you're just going there when you have no idea on the work culture and everything. You can use LinkedIn to connect with people who work in those organizations. Send them a message, ask them, how is it like working in the organization? What ugly things would you like to tell me about the organization? Now, just here, I'm going to insert a button where I reached out to someone. I got a job again sometime last year with another organization and had reached out to someone to ask him to tell me about the organization, and here's what the person says. I'll attach it here. Now another way to get jobs through LinkedIn is it can help you prepare for an interview, right? So personally, when I get an invite for an interview, what I do is to check people that work in the organization, or if I have the name of who's going to interview me or the HR professionals in that organization, I just check them out, check their profile. Like it can just give you an idea on who they are, what kind of interests them, and then on the day of the interview, it can help you create familiarity with them, and you know that can give you an edge. That has worked for me several times. So you use LinkedIn like to help you ace your job interview, that kind of thing. You get it, right? Now another way to use LinkedIn to get a job, I think this is the number 6 tip right now, is to get involved in LinkedIn professional groups. I talked about visibility. Visibility is very key on LinkedIn because you can't just be there. You really can't just be there posting. Sometimes people will not like or comment, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't see it. They see it, but they may not like or comment. So if you want to expand your reach and create more visibility for yourself, I suggest that you join LinkedIn groups, join professional groups on LinkedIn that people discuss, maybe particular to your industry or whatever you're interested in, right? Don't join groups where people are inactive and they are not getting to discuss. The group is as good as dead. No, join very active groups on LinkedIn, and by giving comments and by asking questions and by connecting with people, you can get job offers that way. You never really can tell. The number 7 option is to, or number 7 tip is to use the alumni tool on LinkedIn. The alumni tool on LinkedIn can help you connect with graduates from your university. Someone who graduated from your university will most likely respond to your message, right? So you can use that tool to connect with an alumni and streamline to an alumni that even works in an organization that you're interested in working with, right? You never can tell. When you tell the individual about your skill set, tell the individual what you're interested in doing in the organization, you don't know, they can just help to refer you or connect you to the HR. Now I'm going to attach also a screenshot here, although I cleared the names and the details, so I don't put anybody in trouble. Like, I don't like make anybody think like I'm just putting them out there, right? So I cleared the names, but here you will see someone asking me what role do I think I can perform in the organization, because I sent them a message. So what role do I think I can perform in the organization? I should list 3 skill sets that I have and all of that, so that alumni tool actually really works. Now I would also say that, lest I forget, when you have to post on LinkedIn, sometimes some hours do not necessarily get you traction. So sometimes some people post in the morning, some people post in the afternoon, some people post in the evening, but I like to think that people get a lot of engagement on LinkedIn when they post in the evening as compared to when they post in the morning or in the afternoon, because people will usually not be on LinkedIn at those hours. Sometimes they're on other social platforms, and then in the evening they just come on LinkedIn to chill and want to know what's happening, right? Then lastly, I would say that I think this is number 8 or number 9, but whatever it is, lastly, optimize your LinkedIn. Optimize your LinkedIn privacy setting. Take that privacy, that private zone, take it out of your profile, because now I do that thing, like I do it, I'm not gonna lie, I do it sometimes. And when your profile is on private, it means that you don't get to see the people who viewed your profile, right? And when you view people's profile, people don't get to see that you viewed their profile. And for me, someone like me who's always checking people out on LinkedIn, I just feel like, just be on private, don't tell everybody you're viewing them, that kind of thing. But if you don't mind, you can take that private off your profile and just let it be. And just see the people that view your profile. And sometimes you can just send them a message. You want to know, oh, why did you view my profile? Or I'm not saying you should ask them why they viewed your profile. Ask them. Okay, so I had to pause my video because someone wanted to drive out and I didn't want the sound interfering in the video. So back to what I was saying. I talked about LinkedIn privacy and removing the private from your profile. Also, there are people who can make their profile visible to the public or to their connections only. I will advise that you make your profile visible to the public, so that when someone wants to check you out, either through LinkedIn search button or on Google, they'll be able to find you like easily, rather than just making your profile visible to only people that you're connected to. That's limiting, and that might not get you a job easily, right? So all of these tips, I'm serious, all of these tips, there are no tricky ways to go about this thing. There are no ways, right? You just need to do all of these things I said in this video to land yourself a job. And it's not a one-day process. It's not a one-day process. It takes months, it takes years. Just keep at it. Just keep at it. Just use all of these tips that I've given in this video, because like I said, if you wait until you're in urgent need of a job to use LinkedIn, you may never get the result. But just be there doing your thing, having fun. Unless I forget, When someone likes your profile on LinkedIn, likes what you post on LinkedIn, and is excited to work with you, when they go and check your other social platforms like Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and see that you're bashing people or you're posting crazy comments, that might discourage them. So as much as you want to make your LinkedIn profile great, you also want to make your profiles on other social platforms great. You don't want other social platforms to ruin your efforts on LinkedIn, right? So all of these things is what I'm going to advise. And make sure you post because that's helpful. Share articles, share videos, share short posts. Just make people engage with your content. And as long as you do all of these 7 or 8 steps or tips that I've just listed in this video, I promise you're going to get a job on LinkedIn. Anyways, thank you for watching my YouTube video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please do well to subscribe. I'm coming back with lots of amazing videos for you guys that will help you advance in your career or in every other thing or aspect of your life. Okay, so do well to subscribe, and if you have questions, please do well to comment on the section. Tell me which tips you like, which tips you're going to use, and if you need help, just connect with me on LinkedIn as well, Yvonne Okoro, and I will attend to you. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.